Well, welcome back to Carolina Saltwater Living, y'all. Ain't nothing like being at the beach when it's 30 degrees outside, and y'all, bear with me. Got something going on today with my rotator cuff. It's kind of had me down for a couple of days. But I'm gonna do something fun on the Pit Boss cooker today that you probably have never tried. I think you're going to enjoy it. Guys, thanks for stopping in. Hit that like and subscribe if you hadn't. And if you have, as always, y'all, we appreciate you. So y'all kind of like barbecue, hot dogs, strike a chord, start to say nerve. Strike a curb, strike a nerve, strike a chord with everybody. Because depending on where you live in the country, or even the world, a hot dog just isn't a hot dog, or I should say down here where I'm at, a hot dog just ain't a hot dog unless it's a bright leaf hot dog. A lot of you are not going to know what bright leaf is. Let me see if I can get you a picture of it right there, of the logo. North Carolina was built on tobacco. Flue-cured tobacco, barley in the mountains, flue-cured in the east. Bright leaf, that's what they call tobacco once it's cured, like golden leaf, some people call it that. But we are going to do something special with these bright red hot dogs made in Smithfield, North Carolina, that I think is just spectacular on a bun. Let me get them opened up. Baldy, I need to sharpen my knives. Good time to do it when it's too cold to really do anything else. We'll start off, just get them down in this pan so I can work with them. We'll do something kind of unique to these things. There we go. You can use whatever hot dog you want, y'all. If you like the all beef, then go with all beef. Certain brands, Nathan's, I've had those before, they're pretty good. I'm not sure what else I've had, but I always come back to a bright leaf hot dog because that's what I grew up eating. We used to have them for snacks. Mom would keep them in the freezer, and when it was hot weather, even cold weather, we'd grab a cold hot dog out and gnaw on that thing. That's how much we like them. Gonna be using some hot Old Bay today, some ketchup, and a mixture of brown sugar. And Tony, don't let me mispronounce it wrong. I probably will. Sachets, that's what I call it. Sachet, maybe that's how you say it. Sachets is what I call it. Tony, sachets. They don't care. They're selling it to me. So they're just happy. They're happy all the way to the bank because I'm buying their stuff. So the inspiration for these hot dogs came from Bright Leaf himself. I saw a short video or two that they had done at some fair maybe, where they had actually scored the hot dogs, cut them in small pieces, and made basically little smokies. But they called them pine cones because pines are pretty prevalent here. Southern yellow pine used to be longleaf pine in the Carolinas. And so they made pine cones. And I'm doing the whole dog that way, so I'm not sure what I'm going to call them just yet. But by the time I get to the end of the video, maybe I will. So they actually took their hot dogs, cut them, scored them, like X marks all over. I am going to take them long ways and score them all the way down. Because what I want is for these things to plump up and give me a lot of surface area for this sweet, spicy sauce that I'm going to put on them. So just take my time with my fillet knife here and score it all the way down through there. And when these things plump up, we're going to be left with something that's kind of popped open, and all of my sweet heat is going to soak in there. When we get all these scored, I'll show you the next step. Now, I know y'all are dying to know what is inside of these hot dogs because I mentioned all beef hot dogs a while ago. Well, there's some beef in here, but let me tell you what all's in here, the ingredient list. pork, water, pork hearts, beef, non-fat dry milk, corn syrup, salt, less than 2% of the following: dextrose, mustard, sodium phosphate, monosodium glutamate, MSG, good stuff, paprika, oleo resin, black pepper, onions, spices, that means onion and garlic, sodium something, garlic powder, natural flavor. And they've got, let's see, some coloring additives in there that I think are supposed to be going extinct here pretty soon to get that nice red color. Anyways, I've been eating these things since I was a kid, and I absolutely love them. They have a garlicky, spicy bite to them. I believe, if I didn't mistake, I believe there's cayenne pepper in them. If it didn't say that, I can't remember if I read it or not. I know there's some peppers in it, but pretty sure there's some cayenne up in there. They're not going to tell you if there is, because that'd be a trade secret. But y'all, these things are spicy, and they are good. All right. We're going to take our spicy hot Old Bay and pour it in there. And these are not opened up fully like they're going to when they're on the cooker. But we're going to go ahead, see there, and roll them around in this spice. And it's going to pick up a lot of that I just put in there. The majority of it, really. It's going to pick it up. Whatever's left behind, no problem. We'll reuse it in the same recipe here. Yes, a recipe for hot dogs. How many people are doing hot dog videos on their nice smoker? I love hot dogs. It's probably, honest to goodness, it's right up there with a barbecue sandwich. It's right. I'd rather have a good hot dog than a steak. That's me. Go ahead, get mad with me all you want to, but you see, I don't taste so good anymore, but I can taste the spices in this hot dog. All right, 220 degrees. These are going to go for probably an hour and a half. No, it don't take that long to cook a hot dog. They're already cooked. We're just taking some moisture out of these hot dogs. Opening them up, they're going to bloom. Maybe I could call it the blooming hot dog, and like the blooming onion. Maybe the blooming hot dog. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. Maybe you should leave a comment and say this is what you should call these hot dogs, because I'm thinking I may not even know by the time of the end of this video. So let them go for about an hour and a half. We're going to come back. We're going to make a barbecue sauce. Sticky, sweet barbecue sauce. They're going to go for another hour or so on the cooker. I'll take you around and show you a couple things I find interesting today. So I woke up the other morning. Let's see. The day after I did the last sit and talk. Y'all, when I did that sit and talk, I was sick with a kidney stone. I was up till about midnight until that thing finally passed. I had to take some medication to help me with that discomfort. But I finally got it out, and y'all, it was big. It was a big one. It kind of laid me up there pretty bad, but I've gotten used to dealing with those things, but I hadn't had one in a while, so got that done. And I woke up the next morning, my shoulder hurting so bad that I couldn't even put my shirt on. Lisa had to help me. Old injury from the type of work I used to do, plus all the years of manual labor. It just catches up with you. After you're 40, after you turn 40 years old, it's kind of downhill from there, it seems like, with aches that tend to plague you. But check out this greenhouse, y'all. It's 30 degrees outside. The sun's on it. I want you to see just how warm it is inside of here. Let's see if I can hold this thing. I can't even lift my left hand. All right, coming in, coming in, coming in. 109 degrees, if you can see that. Now there's nothing planted in here yet, but there will be soon. Lisa's been busy doing everything she needs to do for Christmas as far as handbags, because she makes custom handbags and sells them on Etsy, has for 8 years. Took a break to take care of me when I was sick for a while. But she started back up about 6 months ago, and y'all, she is killing it. Southern Glory Goods and Company. That's what she does. That's her brand. Let's check on Mr. Whiskers. If you have followed along, not Mr. Whiskers. Why do I say that? I've said that a couple of times to Lisa. Mr. Swirls. We had a cat named Whiskers. I'm trying to remember where we had that cat. Oh well, let's check on Mr. Swirls. Mr. Swirls. Hey buddy. Are you ready to eat? Huh? Oh, you've got plenty of food. I don't need to give you any extra food, do I? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What a good boy. Mr. Swirls is happy to be in here in the building. He's out of the wind, y'all, because it's cold, 30 degrees, and windy. And I even had time over the past few weeks to get some power ran into the building. Simple. Just pulled a 20 amp breaker, pulled off of it off the sub panel out, off the main panel outside. And now I've got outlets in here to run some LED lighting and a few shop tools. Mr. Swirls, stay warm, buddy. Yeah, stay warm. Mr. Swirls is doing great, y'all. He goes back to the vet for a checkup here in a couple of weeks. By the time you see this video, he may have already been. I believe it's around the 1st of January, so probably about the same time. I'm enjoying this break, and I said I wasn't gonna make videos, and what I meant by that was I'm not gonna put videos out. I'm still making a few videos while I'm taking a 2-week break off, y'all, mentally, from the negativity that comes through a lot of people that tend to just want to cause that disruption, but occasionally your brain needs it. I got tough skin, I'm thick skinned, y'all, but everybody needs a break from it, so I'm not worried so much about the algorithm forgetting who I am, because they don't promote me anyways for the most part. Anyhow, and I'm ranting, y'all. I'm sore, can't hardly lift my arm over here, but God is still good, even though my arm ain't lifting. I've been sitting in the chair with a heating pad for 2 days now, so, and taking Advil. So. Anyways, while these hot dogs are starting to plump up, take that little bit of extra seasoning they have right there, and I have this brown sugar with Tony. I call it sachets, and they don't care as long as I'm buying it. So it's going in here, and that's probably, well, about 4 ounces is what that was, between brown sugar and that seasoning, probably 2 tablespoons of that seasoning. And this is a ½ pint of ketchup. That's all it is, y'all. Ketchup. And get that, but it's so cold out here. Get this ketchup down here into the mix. This is going to be a thick, sticky, sweet barbecue sauce that's going to go on these hot dogs. We'll coat them in this. They will cook in the pan on the cooker for another hour, stirring around every now and then. Then they're going to come out and go back on the cooker so they can dry out a little bit, get sticky, and then I'll throw them back in it to get them even stickier. So it's all about making a sticky dog. Maybe I can call that sticky dogs. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Y'all give me a name. I don't have a name for this one. I'll try to come up with something catchy for a thumbnail so people will watch. That's what YouTube tells us to do. Create a thumbnail and a title that's catchy so that people will watch. So I'll try to figure that one out. But in the meantime, stir all this up. And it's thick, if you can see that. Very thick. Bust up that sugar. This is healthy eating, y'all. Very healthy. I'm kidding. It's not healthy. Ain't nothing healthy about this. But it's not always about healthy. Sometimes it's just about what makes you feel good. And that's what I'm doing today. What makes you feel good. Nice and thick. That's what it looks like. So Brightleaf hot dogs are made in Smithfield, North Carolina. And I would imagine that every state, I don't know about everyone, but I'd imagine a lot of states have their own homegrown variety of hot dog. Well, it's small batch companies. Like Brightleaf, you can ship them across the country, but you can't find them in your local retailer unless you are in a small geographical area. So let's just, I know some folks from Ohio watch us. Ohio made hot dogs. Let's see if there's any up there. I'm Googling here. Let's see. The Hungarian style Tony, I'm probably gonna mess it up, y'all. Pacos or Pachos. Cleveland's Polish boy. Snapo Razzo, Sugardale. I'm not sure how many there are. Maybe this is restaurants. I'm not sure. Let's see. Anybody else that makes their own hot dogs? That's food trucks. Buckeye Jumbos. That sounds promising. Who knows? If you have a hot dog made in your state that you grew up on, let me know about it in the comments. All right, it got awful cold out there. We'll do a reveal here. These went for a couple hours, actually. How long ago? I bet it was 3 hours I did these on low heat out there. And then I brought them in. Oh goodness. Oh yeah. Look at that. Candied hot dogs. I'm not sure what I'm gonna title this video. But my mouth's watering. Put a little of this homemade slaw on that candied hot dog. Let's see what this is gonna taste like, y'all. Sweet, salty, spicy. Just felt the spice. Oh yeah.
Oh, great.
That's very good. Got a good snap. Gotta have a good snap on a hot dog. And these have it. Just spicy. That's good. You're gonna like this. No, you're gonna love this. It's that good. Guys, let me try to finish chewing. Y'all have a good day and a great week. Lord willing and the creek don't rise too high. We will see you on the next one.